Good evening, this is Gabriel Jackson. Welcome to BJC Mitzvah Day number 21, part 4, using the Sefer HaChinuch, the obligation to recount the exodus from Egypt. A mitzvah that keeps your soul on its way. And we're mentioning how the Chinuch has a custom. He goes according to the Rashba, which is really not the more standard way that most people do it. But again, everyone according to their custom. So we're continuing. Now he says washing the hands for the matzah. That's the next step in the Seder. After the second cup of wine is drunk, we wash the hands and we recite the blessing of Netilas Yadayim. Yes, we do that. Eating the matzah, we then take half the piece of matzah and place it upon the whole one, and we recite the following two blessings over the half piece of matzah: Hamotzi, the standard blessing upon bread, Hamotzi lechem and haaretz, and the blessing upon the mitzvah of eating matzah, Asher kedishanu mitzvah tzivano alachilas matzah, who sanctified us with the commandments and commanded us to eat matzah. We actually have a third matzah underneath, so there's really three: one, whole one, the half one that we broke for the afikomen, as well as in the beginning of Seder, halach ma'anya, and then the bottom whole one, which we're going to break for the afikomen, so that's really a total of 2.5. Okay, but it seems like he's saying just 1.5. All right. Eating the maror. We then take the chazeres, the romaine lettuce, and recite the blessing of lechol maror, who has commanded us to eat maror. I think also the blessing is slightly different, alachilas maror, okay? And we eat from the maror after dipping it in charosis. We do not recite the Brei Pri Adama blessing on eating the maror, as we do before eating other vegetables, because it has been exempted by the blessing that we recited previously over the karpas vegetable, and that is true. The Chinuch now explains how we can apply the original Brei Pri Adama blessing recited upon the karpas to the maror that he eats later, despite the fact that so much time has elapsed since the blessing was made. For the following is evident in the Gemara. A pause is never considered an interruption that will require us to repeat a blessing recited previously, unless there are two factors present. Number one, the individual has diverted his attention away from the subject of the blessing. For example, where the participants at a meal say, "Give us wine and we'll recite Birkas Hamazon, grace after meals," and the like. And also, number two, that it is not possible to perform both actions, the action that is the subject of the blessing and the subject of the interruption simultaneously. An example is that which the sages of blessed memory have said in regard to the case cited above. To drink and to recite Birkas Hamazon simultaneously is not possible. In the absence of either of these conditions, the original blessing stays in force and a new blessing is not required. In other words, you can make a Brei Pri Adama on the karpas, that vegetable that you had way earlier, and have in mind the maror, the bitter herbs. Okay, let's do a little more. The maror and the matzah wrap, the korech. After we eat from the maror dipped in charosis, we wrap some of the maror together with the matzah and eat it. The eating of the festive meal and the afikomen matzah. After this, the participants eat their meal. After the completion of the meal, each individual eats a small amount of matzah as a remembrance to the Pesach offering, which was eaten in a state of satiation. After eating this matzah, we do not eat anything else the entire night, so as not to take away the taste of the matzah from the mouth. This is in accordance with that which is written regarding mitzvahs. How sweet to my palate is your word, more than honey to my mouth. However, we may certainly drink water, because water does not weaken the taste of the matzah. We also drink the remaining 2 cups of the mitzvah of the 4 cups of wine after eating this matzah, because fulfillment of another mitzvah, the mitzvah of the 4 cups, is not set aside for this reason. Okay, we're definitely in the home stretch. We'll make it one more part. But in the meantime, to sponsor future mitzvah, 36 100 for the gold. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you tomorrow.